Hi all, this is Dr. J, streaming live from Long Island, New York, and my friend
Jake, hello from Medellin, Colombia still.
Okay, you got the beautiful backdrop of the skyline, right? Behind
We
you?
used to have it. Now it's dark, so I can't see it
Oh,
anymore.
yeah. All right, so, I don't want to waste too much time talking about Democrats or current events other than the coronavirus. I think that's where we focus. South Carolina, whatever happens, happens. North Carolina, whatever happens, happens. And Super Tuesday, whatever happens, happens. And we'll really know better after Super Tuesday what the story is with the Democrats anyway. So
Yeah,
it'll play out shortly.
I'm not too worried about the political stuff right now.
Right.
What's on the table is the coronavirus, but I
Yes.
think it's a good opportunity.
Yes. I actually made a lot of money, thank goodness, on the coronavirus plays this week. Kept me in the ballpark because I took a beating on my long ETFs.
Oh yeah,
So it could have been a worse week if not for that, but that was the only saving grace.
yeah, it was pretty bad, especially
Yeah.
with CVM. Yeah.
Lynn helped assuage the pain with CODX. Hey,
Oh
Lynn.
yeah, that was a nice one. I didn't get in, but that was a
You
good
know,
call.
she gave it to us when it was pennies,
Yeah.
like 40 pennies or something. That was some call, Lynn. That was actually a better call than my biopath. You know that? It went from pennies to, I don't know, 18, 19. I'm not even sure.
Man, that was a great call.
A great call.
Got into that.
Yeah, I got in on it, but not enough of it. I should have got, and I waited too long. I should have bought when Lynn said at 40. Well, Lynn, what was it when you gave it to us? About 40, when you brought your attention to this stock, Codex. It was under 50 cents, wasn't it? All right, whatever. Jason, good evening, guys. Could you take it on IBIO? Not me.
Oh yeah, not me either. Not, but that thing went parabolic.
I was just talking to Jake before the show about Kronos. Well, didn't I mention Kronos to you, Jake? I think
Yeah,
it's.
he did. Hot stock, right?
I think Kronos is oversold along with Curleaf. I like those two plays. So maybe we'll get around to charting it. And the answer is, I think I will be adding a little Kronos. Why not? Oh, Lynn, you're being very friendly tonight. Jason, when cash Thursday loaded. Oh, it sounds like a great move, Jason, going cash anyway. Yeah, loading Codex, that sounds like you did okay. Yeah. All right, so who else is on? G. Who is G? G. Will we see any reversal next week? G. G whiz. G whiz. I think we're going to see a pop next week, only to see a further sell-off.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be
Rules.
slowly though.
Yeah, we're going to see a pop. We're going to look at the charts on that. Are we missing the who, or what's the story with that you? Y-O-O-O-O, is there a Y stock? I never owned, there's a YCBD or something. I don't think I ever owned a Y stock, ever. Did you ever own a stock beginning with Y?
I don't think so.
Yahoo.
No, never owned Yahoo.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
Probably in and out, made a few bucks, you know.
Okay.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
BCRX, is that, BCRX was a bird flu play. They specialize in antivirals.
Hmm.
I don't know that they're it's COVID-19 play. I'm not sure, but we'll take a look at it. Maybe that's why Lynn is asking, right? Quite possibly. By the way, did you read the essay article, Jake, today on CVM?
Nah, I saw the comments. I didn't bother to read it. I heard it was
Oh,
an
it's a piece
article.
of garbage, real piece of garbage. As soon as I read it, started reading it, I saw the math was all wrong. He made assumptions that couldn't be. He didn't discount 1/7 of patients that were excluded from the trial, because they were given the treatment without the cocktail, the
Hmm.
ZIS cocktail. So there was so much wrong with that article. It was just real garbage. So
Yeah, I don't think I can get anything from an article. I mean, we
yeah,
kind of know everything there is to know that is publicly available about CVM.
right.
So, yeah, at this point, there's only a couple of things that we can speculate on for CVM, which I'm sure we'll get into later on. But I don't think an article is going to help me out that much,
I want
right?
to I want to answer this question that Chris is asking about APT. We've been talking APT for a long time. It was one of the first stocks Dr. J, me, mentioned on the air that you should think about buying as a defensive play for COVID-19. Before it was called COVID-19, when it was called coronavirus. In any event, I knew this company always pops from the bird flu days, from the SARS days, and so on. But to be honest, the valuation got to be ridiculous. I think it was something like $100 million market cap and went to something like 500 million, based on what, 3.5 million worth of orders. So they're getting 3.5 million more masks to sell, back ordered, and the thing pops 400 million in market cap. The math didn't make sense to me, but I hung on until 40, and I got out most of my shares at 40 uh, today, and I got out a few others at 29, and the rest of it at 21. I sold. I have no more APT. Doesn't mean I won't go back in on the dip. It dipped to 17, but I didn't go back. I think there are better plays right now. I think aemd is one that I like a lot, and you have one, right, Jake, that you like a lot?
Yeah, and then these coronavirus thing, and by the way, I didn't jump on this bandwagon when it first hit, and I'm still not sold on this coronavirus thing, right? I mean, matter of
Okay.
fact, I'm probably gonna this weekend I'm gonna find a list of companies that went parabolic, and I'm gonna short them after. Like even today, a lot of gains were given back.
Right.
But the play that I do like is COCP, and that's only because I was already in that stock even before this coronavirus BS. They have data coming out anytime now. Really supposed to be this quarter, so I was playing the binary. They just did an offering, and then they released that article about the partnership with Kansas State University. So that's a pretty good play, even without the coronavirus thing. But the CV thing is a good
I
point.
think I think you can have a job in the Trump administration, because Trump says it's overplayed, overhyped, it's going to go away by the summer and never come back. So you want to stand by his side, and then he can use you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a code that, right? It happens every year. If you're under 50 years old, you have a 0.2% chance of dying. If you're over 60, it's a lot higher, especially if you have a compromised
It's
immune
lucky.
system.
It's lucky I'm not over 60.
Well, I mean, you do a lot of like the Tai Chi stuff, right? So you'll be fine.
All right, all right. I'll just keep doing the qigong.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You look healthy, probably
All
good
right.
immune system.
Let's see what else people have to say. The Israeli scientists are always weeks away from every cure. That's standard. No matter what the disease, they're weeks away. So tell me something else that's new. I want to see, I'll believe it when I see it, right, Jake?
Sure. I mean, I guess so. Once again, I'll ride the wave all day long on these CV stocks, but I'm not convinced any of them are going to make a meaningful difference, especially the one that claim they have a cure. But sure,
the vaccine that's good. You know who will have the vaccine that we ultimately use if it comes down to it? It'll be Gilead, big pharma.
Right.
That's who the government will trust. That's my theory.
Yeah. No, Godfather has a comment about the LJPC thing. I'm holding that one. I'm not letting go.
You know something? I don't care what Godfather Frazier says anymore. As long as I put the picture up, I'm good.
Yeah, it's a good picture, man.
Good picture. You know who it is? Godfather Frazier told us who it was on Wednesday.
Yeah, who is it?
Yeah, it's Lucy Liu.
Oh, wow. It's probably her when she was younger.
When she was younger, yeah.
It's a good picture.
So he's with you. He says Jake is 100% right about the virus. Let's hope so.
I mean, this virus thing is just getting out of hand. Perception-wise, right? But in a couple of weeks, it'll be over. I'll play the CV lottery. Why the heck not? But I'll keep my positions in stocks with strong fundamentals. LJPC being one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a pop at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what? Like Godfather could probably hold me honest to this. I think it's like over 80% institutional ownership, right? I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tane owns over 40% of the company. So he's not gonna exit this for a discount. There's no way.
Right. It's very tightly held, very low float. So on any good news, it's going to pop.
Yeah.
And there's still the PRV still to come, right?
The PRV is still there. Now, that's a really interesting one because I thought that was going to release, weeks ago. And Godfather and I had a conversation about, are they legally obligated to release PRV or PRV if and when they get it? And we couldn't figure it out, actually.
Wow.
So that's interesting. I mean, they got PRV for sure. Malaria is on the list of approved indication.
Right.
So it's something really for that one. It's either something really bad or something really good is brewing behind closed door. I'm leaning towards good.
Right.
Big institutional ownership and increasing sales. But that Tane guy is a really cunning guy, extremely cunning. So we'll see.
But the Kiwi has the attitude to why the market is tanking. It's not the virus. You think you like that theory?
No, I think it's the virus.
You think it's more the virus than
yeah, I think it's virus. I mean, any call to get on people yapping off about the virus is definitely the virus for sure. I think Bernie will tank the market if he wins, but I think right now it's definitely the virus.
Godfather Frazier they're going to pop real soon that there's an ER coming from, and and on low float it should have a nice pop. LJPC.
Yeah, the ER should be good. Like sales is increasing, and we saw a lot of momentum even at the conference they went to. So the ER should be a good one.
You have a lot of apparently you have a lot of of LJPC fans, AJB Soccer is another one, who says that the stock price will go parabolic. Yeah, as long as it doesn't go hyperbolic down to zero, right?
It's not going to go to zero.
Okay. Parabolic is good. We want parabolic.
Yeah, sales are good. It's increasing. Their campaign for next year is to increase the sales force. The commercialization strategies seems to be working, and we got some good catalysts besides from sales on the calendar. And once again, like I'm in this because of Tang's background. The guy goes in, he pumps the stocks, he sells it for 4 or 5x. He's not gonna just sit on this for years and years. So he's definitely up to something.
So this is a Tang, largely a Tang play.
For me, at least, yeah. And it's de-risked because of the sales are really good. So there's really no reason for the stock to go down. And I don't think they're going to dilute anytime soon because they don't need it. So it's a good play.
What is this? This is ljpc is what?
Oh, that's the drug they have on the market.
That's already on the market.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's get to the charts a little bit. So I'm going to share screen. Trying to share screen anyway.
Yeah, and don't forget.
I got an echo coming in on your end.
Do what?
I hear an echo. Do you have any idea why?
I don't know. I'm on the computer. Maybe I can switch over.
All right. When I was on with Spike on Wednesday here, we had this super sell-off day. Remember on CVM?
Yeah.
We're going to start by looking at that day. That day went as low as 6. The body was something like, let's say, open at 16-ish, close at 11-ish, so about a 5-point body. And midway through, the body would be right about where the open occurred the next day. I noticed it did not go above that. That was the high point of the day. Gave back. My contention was that it needed to close right around the open of this candle, 131, at 13. What's the open at 1225? Let's say it needed to close at 1225 plus to trade it between these lines, to be in this trading range again. So we didn't get that close. I knew it was if it doesn't go up, then it goes what? Down. So I knew when it didn't hold this line here, 1225, that we were likely to give back a lot more on Thursday, and we did. Now at this point, it's going to be a battle to just get back to the 50, which I think we'll find some resistance at. So we were looking at support at the 100 and resistance at the 50. And it's one way or the other, it'll probably resolve itself. I'm not sure which way at this point. Looking at the charts could go either way. Again, I'm happy. I'd be happy with a closing price above 1250, 12 and a quarter anyway. That would make me very bullish again. Right now, I'm neutral with stock. I'm owning it. I'm keeping it. But I'm thinking that it's most likely, based on the price action, that when the data comes in, it'll be a meet, not beat. Or if it beats, it'll be beat by a couple of percent. So I'm thinking the likelihood is something like 9, 10, 11% overall survival improvement. That would be where I am right now in my thinking. And that would mean hold to me, not strong buy, not no sell, but a hold. Because there's other factors like the pathology reports. Do we get complete remissions? Do we get partial remissions? How many? What percentage? In other words, on a complete remission, you don't even need to do a surgery. You can't find the tumor to take out. That's what the complete remission means. It's basically a cure after 2 weeks. So if that happens to a number of patients, that's exciting. I mean, what are you operating on if the tumor's gone, right? Nothing
Yeah.
left.
Let's talk about the series of events that happened this
Sure.
week. So you have you have Geert meeting with SunTrust, and a weird PR coming out because of that.
We're talking Wednesday now.
Yeah, on Wednesday, right? This is when it all went down, right? So
Yep.
Wednesday, Garrett went to meet with SunTrust. Same day, the stock decreased. I think it's like 15-20% in the first half, and then it tanked all the way down, to the bottom, basically 50%. Two halts, right? First halt was for volatility. Second halt was for material news pending. Now, the material news turned out to be just a letter from Geert to the shareholder, basically saying, hey, everything's okay. We've been waiting for this day for a long time. We think it's going to be positive, yada, yada, yada. It's generic, right? With nothing we didn't know from before. And then it recovered a little bit, and then next day it went down a little bit again. So that's what happened. Now, yeah, for me, the only thing that I need to know, right, is either did Ergomed, sell or not? Because if this is truly a blinded study, then really no one knows, right? Garrett doesn't know, CVM doesn't know, no one knows the result of the trial. Now, Ergomed is invested $12 million. They're also running the trial. So the only thing I need to answer is, did they sell their position? Because if they did, we're all screwed. If they didn't, then it's probably just a really epic short attack on the company. Probably some hedge funds sold, hit some stop losses. People got freaked out. They sold, hit some more stop losses, and
the general market was down severely, which didn't help. Margin calls kicked in.
Yeah, this coronavirus BS this week is like perfect storm for epic short attack.
Yeah.
Now, if that's the case, then I think we should be good because it's still the same, thesis, which is a buying. Well, it's either data is really good, we all become millionaires. Data is okay, we make some money. Data is really bad, we lose all our money. It's still those three scenarios. If this is just an epic short attack. If Ergomed sold, then we're all screwed. So I don't know. That's where I'm at.
I think there's a whole
sold.
spectrum of where the price could go based on several factors in the data. Primary endpoint 1, 2, and 3 put together. They all have to be looked at. And that's why it's so tricky, and it's going to take a month or two to get a full data report.
Right.
We might get a hint, though. If I know Gert, like I think I do, he's not going to be able to control himself for more than a few weeks if it's a good report.
Yeah, and keep in mind that Insider bought immediately the next day. Gert bought 5,000 shares and so on. Everyone else bought $10,000 worth. I mean, it's just basically a good gesture to shareholders, right?
Very nice gesture. It shows that the company has class. The management has class.
Yeah, it has class. I don't think Ergomed sold. because if they did sell, I'm pretty sure the company would know somehow. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know, right? But I'm hoping is I'm hoping, and I think it was just one of the most epic short attack of all time. So if that's the case, bravo to the short. You know, did really well. I appreciated it. I bought some more, double my position at CVM. Um, but I don't know. You know, like I think maybe we should invite someone from Ergomed or CVM onto the show one of these days, like just to see.
Well, I felt considering the extreme chaos in the marketplace and in CVM price in particular this week, that this Friday would not be a good time for Gad to come on. That was my thinking. And well, maybe next week it might be better climate. I'll call up and see if he's inclined next week. So I thought, you know, my own judgment is that it wouldn't have been a good day today for him to come on. That's why I didn't call. In fact, I don't know that it's a good day for any CEO of any company to come on with us today, or this entire week for that matter. You know, what are they going to say to these crazy gyrations throughout the market? It's a very tough week. It's a very tough week, and it's, you know, when your stock is down 10, 20% or more, it's tough. You don't really feel like talking about it too much, I don't think. Just like it's tough on us as holding this stock to sometimes talk about it objectively, considering our investment in it.
Yeah,
so we get emotionally carried away as well.
Yeah. And Godfather is saying good news this week would be detrimental to any stock. I would agree with that because, you know, for example, LJPC, if I announce that the PRV this week, the pop is not going to be as much, you know, as last week or the week after, or when the market recover a little bit.
Probably, but sometimes it works in reverse because everyone piles into the one stock that's up.
Yeah. Okay. Like for example, T-Con, right? I mean, they had a good ER. You know, data is still around the corner. Released it, stock went up. People sold, put it into CV stocks. I mean, I would do the same thing. So, I think good news a little bit.
Yeah. So as far as the Dow goes, we broke out of that tremendous Zoom channel that we've been in. Let's draw the line, right, going back as far as 8:15. We were in a tremendous Zoom channel. We finally broke below it actually yesterday. So to me, yesterday's action was proof that this sell-off has some legs. So where the question is, where are we going now? Are we going to get a complete retrace of the October 3rd low? Let's see where that would take us. That would take us to, well, I should have really drawn a horizontal line. And I'm going to fix this. It's horizontal enough. So this would take us to 25,743. We went below that, didn't we? I'm not sure if we went below it. Let's see, where did we go? 25,752, and this was 25,743. 743. I can't even remember which is lower. 743, 752. Well, look how close. You know what we got here? We have a classic double bottom if this holds. We might have seen the bottom today.
Oh, nice.
I would love that. Maybe we got a classic double bottom between these two lows, the 10-3 low and today. That would be fabulous. The only way that could happen is if we get some encouraging news over the weekend that keeps that the coronavirus showed very little spread in California and elsewhere. I don't know. I mean, with the coronavirus around, I don't know how the hell this could be the bottom, but you never know. It's just a beautiful place to have stopped, don't you think? Jake, just looking at it, isn't it? It just looks like a beautiful place to have made the turnaround.
Yeah, I mean,
I love double bottoms. I salivate over double bottoms, and there's a lot of support right in this area as well. And if it doesn't hold, then we're probably looking at the August 15th low, which, what happened? I thought I wrote, I keep putting one horizontal lines, I keep messing it up, but it doesn't matter. 25,339, we're not that far away from that. And if that doesn't hold, I'd say big trouble. Then you're looking at all the way back here for the next low in June. I think one of these points will hold. Maybe the one we just made today. But I would love to say that the decline is over, but somehow I don't think so. My gut tells me no, even though the picture tells me maybe. I want to look at APT. It had a wild week. This is a company it started the week or 2 weeks ago with a very low valuation, market cap. Yeah. Let's see, do you have the market cap handy on APT?
yeah, I was looking at this one today.
What is the market cap now at the close?
All right, APT, huh? $130 million.
130 million
Yep.
at 21, right?
At 20.4.
I get 270 million on my TD Ameritrade app. So I'm not sure what it is, but let's say my number's right, 270. Look where it came from. It came just from January. It was trading at around $3. So it went from $3 to $21, sevenfold. So take 1/7 of market cap of 280, let's say. So it started at a $40 million market cap, something like that. 40 million. So it went from a 40 million market cap to a 270 market cap. And you know how much money they're making on these masks? Take a guess what the back order is.
What is it?
About 5 million.
Okay.
So for 5 million, they're getting an increase of over 200 million in market cap.
Wow.
That would imply the virus is going to be around a long time. It just doesn't. It's irrational. You know what I mean? The price is not based on reality.
I would short this, or at least do puts.
Yeah, well, that's the only way you could play it. You can't short it because it could go crazy and go to 40 again. You can't short it.
No, I'll do puts.
The fear factor. But you could buy puts, long-term puts, figuring the virus will dissipate within months or something. So if you buy long-term puts, that makes sense. You'll probably go back to 4, 3 once the threat is gone.
Yeah, it's just people having FOMO, everyone piling in. I mean, you probably can make a living just creating a list of stocks that went parabolic and then just doing either shorting them or doing puts on them. Like that's actually because once this thing died down, and it will die down, especially for these vaccine stocks, it's going to go back to where it belongs.
I was buying it here at around $5 and sold it all today in 3 pieces. I sold it up here at over 40, most of it. Remember I texted you?
Yeah.
And then later in the day, I sold it at 21 and also at 29. So I sold it in 3 chunks, the last chunk being 21 and 21 and change, whatever. So that's what I did, and I just said enough. I made money. It was another biopath for me. I did nice run up from 5 to 40. I'll take it in a matter of a couple of weeks. Not a bad move. So I'm out as of now. I was tempted to get back in when I saw it at 17 after I sold 21, but I didn't, because my feeling is the cat is out of the bag, mouse is out of the bag, whatever the heck the expression is. People realize it's just over run up too much, and even at these levels is probably too much. So I figure it's got a ways to go down before I jump back in. And now Lake, I did not get out of. In fact, I didn't get out of any of my others because I figured, I don't know, I should have, but I didn't. The answer is I should have, but I didn't. So I'm still in Lake. It had also a ridiculous move. I bought this one at around 13, I think. I'd have to check, but I believe it was around 13. So I'm still doing nicely even at 21. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my Lake. Whether I hold on to it, get rid of it, depends on news. If the fear factor comes back, it'll. I felt somehow this one had more potential to move up than APT. I thought APT got far ahead of itself. Lake, not so much. It made a little more sense to me to hold on to this one.
I looked at Lake. I was gonna do puts. Decided not to. There's some good fundamentals there, right? I mean, but if it goes up again, I'll probably do it.
Well, they sell more than masks. They sell the whole suit, the whole protective suit.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it.
Yeah, and covd, I figure I'm holding on to that because one, Lynn said so, right, Glenn? And the second reason I'm holding on for that is I'm holding on to that because we're in desperate need of tests for this virus. We don't seem to have tests. So why not adopt this one, quick one, for whatever it is, 20 minutes, the result. Probably can be done in a doctor's office. I really don't know all the details of it. I own something like, I barely know what it does, but I'm not ashamed of it because I'm making money. I'm in and out too quick to really look at it critically. What's wrong with the chart? Why am I not getting a chart? I don't know. The heck? I don't know. Chart is not available. Sometimes I get befuddled by Yahoo. The befuddling Yahoo. covd didn't want to give me a chart. Let's look at the one you mentioned. CO what?
The ticker is Codex, but the other one is COCP. It's COCP, yeah.
COCP?
Yeah.
Crystal?
Yep, that's the one.
Hopefully it'll give me a chart on this one. Okay, I got a chart. And we topped at 250 on Tuesday, and then
They did an
Continued.
offering, by the way.
May had an offering when?
I think it was on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know
Okay,
for sure. I think it's Tuesday.
probably Tuesday when it started to turn around. And it really collapsed along with the market on Wednesday and Thursday. And today looks like it's trying to stabilize, according to the price action. We're back to where it was at the beginning of the week. On Monday, it closed at 133, and then we gapped up. Did we gap up? Yeah, we gapped up from 133 to open at, why the reason for that big gap up to open at 239?
Well,
You know the
it's
reason?
CV hyped, right? So,
Uh-huh.
so the story with this stock is that, well, the fundamental is good, right? They're releasing data sometime either this month or next month. It's supposed to be Q1. So it should be positive data, right? So it's gonna go up for that. And then they released that they're partnering with Kansas State University on coronavirus. Forgot what it was, but something to do with coronavirus. It went crazy from like 45 cents to like $1.80, and then it did the offerings, went back down, and then yesterday, when CV stock just went crazy, it went back up. So that's what happened with COCP. Now, yeah, I mean, right now it's a CV stock, right? I mean, you're playing the lottery, but you're a little safer in this stock because they have cash. They don't need to do an offering anymore, and there's actually a real catalyst on the calendar in the short term, which is data being released. So, so yeah, that's why I'm in this one. I'm 50-50, before on the binary with the CV, with the offering. This looks pretty good.
Okay, it also technically closed this big gap from Monday to Tuesday, and it stopped around where I like it to stop on the decline, just below the middle of the green candle, and it came back to close halfway up, halfway up the range of the day. And the following day, today, consolidated within the body of the day before. So the action is telling me that it's consolidating, and it's got to get past the 200. Gets past the 200, it could run again. I guess it's dependent on news to a large extent, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's two things depending on. It's going to depend on, one is positive for negative data for the trial, and two, if the market picks up on the CV scare, right? So
To me, it's $1 to $1.50 range in the meanwhile, while we're waiting for it to decide what to do. It looks like trading range between $1 and $1.50, between the 200 and the stopping point of the decline on Thursday. So I like this for the trading range, $1 to $1.50. That's a big trading range, and it could stay there for a while, maybe until news. That's how it appears offhand.
Yeah.
Trying to piece it together between the technicals and the chart. So that's the conclusion I arrive at. We looked at late.
Very soon.
I want to look at covd. What did Lynn want me to chart? bcrx? Let's take a look at that. I don't know if it's a COVID play or not. Ask her if it's a COVID-19 play.
I don't know.
All right, so it's not behaving like it is, but it's not, you don't see any of these huge spikes. In fact, when the COVID-19 stocks were spiking, it was going down. Bottomed at 227. Let's put in a couple of lines. It looks like very much like the 200 is the big hurdle to get over. And the 50 is already crossed the 100 and looks like it's ready to cross the 200, bullish sign. So that's bullish right away. Let's see the RSI. RSI is right in the middle. So the RSI is far from overbought here. And we're very close to, we challenged the 200-day average today and didn't quite make it, closed below it. So this is the immediate hurdle, cross this where the 50 is meeting the 200, close above that, and then that'll take the 50 with it to a nice crossover with the 200. This thing, from a charting point of view, looks like it could run if it gets past the 200 with any kind of pop. So if it pops to 3.25, it'll probably go higher than that. And it hasn't been higher than that in a very long time. So there must be some fundamental that's driving it at this point. It was as low as $1.38 back in when? What's the date on this? I don't know why I can't find the date. All right, whatever. Going back a couple of months, it was 138, and now it closed at 310. Nice move. So it's got some momo, and it must have some fundamentals, whatever they are, that's causing this movement up. Moved all the way up till, why can't I find the date? I don't know what happened to the date. But it moved all the way on up, and then tested the 100 and held. Dipped a little bit below the 100, which was scary. Not the 100, 50, and the 100. This is the 100, yeah. So it dipped below the 100, stabilized, and now it's showing positive momo again. It's got to take this number out, which is 358. Takes out 358, this thing could fly. That's how it looks. Now, there's nothing but air above it. Let's see the monthly. Oh, nothing but air above it, I think. Yeah, you got plenty of room to run all the way to the $8 level. There was something fundamentally terrible that happened back in whatever this month was of 2019, maybe April, I don't know. I could count, but I'm not going to bother. Maybe April, May. And this was the nosedive down, and now it's stabilized, and according to the monthly, it would have to take out this high, which is the same one, 358. That's the key level, 358, and I think it could run all the way back to 8. I'm curious what the news is on this one. I'm curious. I'm going to look at this one myself, but if Lynn knows, great. Also, is there any other I should chart, Jake? What about the La Jolla? Should I chart that one?
Sure. So bcrx have data due in first half of 2020. So that's nice. They have about 11 months of cash left, so you're safe for dilution. That's also nice. Yeah, it's not bad actually.
And it specializes in antivirals, so who knows? Maybe it is a secret coronavirus play, one that's not really talked about.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Could be.
Could be.
I know that earlier, when we had the Ebola scare, they were very much in the news that they were doing trials with gorillas in Africa for Ebola. I think it was them. Could be wrong.
I'll buy some calls for this one. Yeah.
So let's get out of the monthly and go into the daily.
That's a funny question. How drunk did I get? Day CVM sold off. I'm moderately drunk. I typically have 3 or 4 glasses of wine every night. And not too drunk actually. Yeah.
I was too sick to get drunk.
Yeah.
I was just I felt drunk without touching the stuff, you know. So I didn't need it. This is an interesting chart. It's very good support right here. Look at the support at the 100. And look at the crossover right here, which is a signal. I believe in these crossovers. So you have a crossover of the 50 with the 100. That's interesting. And the 200 is up here, not that far off. It's 758. So a nice little run now would be really nice to back above the 200 would start bringing the 50 very quickly up to the 200. That's what I want to see with La Jolla. I want to see a little run to 750 area. That would be very nice. And why not? There's a lot of fundamentals behind it. The technicals look good. You got a lot of support right here. Actually, now you got support at the 50. So you have support at the 50, and you'll probably get a little resistance here at the 200 at 758. You get above that, very nice. If it breaks the recent high of 938, it could really be interesting. It could become very interesting, right, Jake? If it breaks out above 938, that would be, you would need news to drive it there, but news is not far away.
No, it's going to be a couple of weeks for sure. I mean, I think, this tank's not going to let it tank. So fundamentally, LJPC is good.
Yeah, somehow or another, I never get around to charting the pot stocks. You know, I've always run out of time before Kronos and Curleaf. Those are my two favorite pot stocks. Curleaf, CURLF, and Kronos, CRON. My two biggest positions are in those two. If not far behind with CGC, my third biggest.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one? What's number 3?
CGC.
Okay.
CGC, that's Canopy Growth.
Okay. Hot stocks.
They're 40% owned by Standard Brands, STZ. And I think STZ is up on the board and pretty much controls the company. They fired the former CEO. I don't know who the CEO is now. By the way, the former CEO went to a newly formed entity, VREOF, which is interesting. The former CEO of CGC went to a stock that's trading at about 66 cents now. It's a speculative play. I don't own it, but I'm thinking about it. I think I have the symbol right. Let's see what people say. And we're gonna wrap this up. Evergreen, what's new, man? Dr. J and Jake, any thoughts? Hope both of you got my last reply, Vaxel bio. Perhaps both of you want to take a look at it. See previous reply. Coronavirus play. Under VXL on TSXV and VXLLF. I remember looking at it, but I don't remember what I thought of it. Did you look at it, Jake?
No, I haven't seen it.
We'll have to put it up for next week. I'm not going to go back into the charts. It'd been a little earlier. If I saw it a little earlier, Evergreen, I would have put it up.
Yeah.
I will look at the chart once again. Oh, wonderful. Chris has happy news. Oh, a codex chart. Yeah, I tried to get it, Jiggly. My computer failed me.
Now you put in a wrong ticker.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Human error. You know what, Jiggly? Tweet me on it. Now I'll look at it and give you my opinion. Give me a tweet, either stock tweets or Twitter at your chest. Or just write a comment and I'll respond to it. Right on the vlog. The chart today, did it go crazy today? Must have.
Yeah, I hope it keeps going up, Kodak, so I can short it on the way down.
Yeah. Well, I'm still long Codex. So, yeah. I just, I think it has to give the okay. Don't you? There's no other test kit that I know of. Even if it's only 95%, whatever it is, accurate.
Yeah. I hope it.
Jiggly, you got in a little late on Codex, huh? Jiggly is chasing. Yeah, Chris, tell us about it. Yeah, we don't want to hear any more bad news on coronavirus. All right, we got a triple. Well, at least you made a very lot. A lot would have been good enough without the very. I'm out and in and out and out and out. Jiggly, I don't want to hear about your sex life.
Hey, that was a good one. It's quick. You're quick, man.
It's cold up in Buffalo. All right, so you think next week will be a better week, Jake?
I think so. I think it's good. It's gradually gonna get better. I think some CV lottery is still good. But I think it's gonna get better. I mean, it's already rallying at the end of the day today. And I think the longer this coronavirus thing goes on, the more people just like kind of lose attention to it. You know, like it's going to be focused on one thing for so long. So I don't know. I think it'll be better. Yeah,
I'm watching for a confirmation of a turnaround. If there is a confirmation of a turnaround during the week, I'll let everybody know that Dr. J is buying back Amazon. I only sold a little of it, about 20%.
And next week it's like you just gotta be nimble, right? I mean, like if you think it's gonna get worse, then buy some CV stocks. Make sure you get out before it crashes.
But it was down 900 points today, and I texted you. I knew it was going to finish with a big move up, so I bought some SPXL, as I mentioned to you.
Yeah.
And I took my profits a little too early, but I made about 8% in about a couple of hours. What the heck?
Yeah.
SPXL is 3 times the ETF on the SPY. Tandem was a steal. Tandem is always a steal. It's kind of like Amazon. When is the right time to buy Tandem? Always, because that's going to 100. Just a question of time. They're the only and best automated insulin pump, whatever it is.
Right. All right. Hey, by the way, before we go, I just want to make a public service announcement. So 2 shows ago, I said I was going to short that nut allergy medication. So I finally exited my short position and went down from like 34 to 23. And once again, aemd nut allergy medication is the worst. right? It's literally I think it's one of the biggest scam on the market, right? You get to take it every month. If you want to not be allergic, if you stop taking it, your allergy becomes worse to peanuts. It has
Well,
crazy
that
side
reminds
effects.
me that Jake is not making any investment advisory statement here. This is just his opinion. You have to do your own due diligence. You want to short aemd, you do your own due diligence, do your own research. Jake is not advising anybody to do that. We don't do that on this show. It's everything we have to say is opinion, and it's our opinion only. The bottom
Yeah,
line is do your own due diligence.
entertainment purpose only.
Consult with an investment advisor, consult with your wife, consult with your dog. Off means yes, woof woof means no, correct? So
Or your cat or tooth nail.
yeah, your cat if you don't have a dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Professor Spike is on with us. Look who's joining us tonight. We have an honored guest, Professor Spike. How you doing, Spike? When in doubt, buy Amazon. Actually, Spike made money on the TVIX, Jake.
Oh.
He's a TVIX guy.
No, interesting.
Yeah. Now, good to see you, Spike. I'll see you on Wednesday with everyone else. I think we're gonna say good night now, right?
Yeah.
What is Jiggly? He tries to get me in trouble all the time. He always tries to get me in trouble. That's his whole purpose in life, is to get me in trouble. Uh-oh, this is ending the show on a sour note. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's also a sour note.
Yeah, another sour note. We're going to say goodnight, au revoir, shalom, arrivederci, ciao, and hasta la próxima semana, which I looked it up. I was correct. That means see you all next week.
Buenos dias.
See ya.